the beeches, and the beeches are called Fagus. The one group we're going to look at is Fagus sylvatica, which are the European beeches. We have a North American beech called Fagus grandifolia, which is our native, but there are not very many landscape cultivars of that plant available. The more popular is Fagus sylvatica. And Fagus sylvatica typically are climax species in Europe. They like really good, well-drained soils. And they're the trees that have very, very smooth bark. So that puts all of them into that group. Then there are quite a few cultivars of Fagus sylvatica, and they could be grafted or propagated on their own roots. And the first one we're going to look at is this one behind me here. And let me get you the number. It's number 424. This is Fagus sylvatica Asplenifolia. And Asplenifolia is called the Fern leaf beech. And you can see the leaves are deeply dissected. Typically a beech leaf is ovate to obovate in shape and very smooth looking. Smooth bark, smooth leaves, but very, very, very large trees. Asplenifolia is a cultivar, a very attractive cultivar of that species. Deeply dissected leaves, they're a rich dark green and then this yellowing color in the autumn. And if you look at the three trees behind me, you can see there are different degrees of leaf retention. Some beeches, and depending on the species and cultivar and actually even the clonal selection, will retain their leaves right into the winter. And that makes Fagus sylvatica suitable for hedges as well. So you can actually plant them and prune them into hedges. They're large hedges. This has been done at the Niagara Parks Botanical Gardens. Darren Heimbecker at Whistling Gardens has started some large hedges of beech as well. So you can actually plant them in a row and then shear them, and eventually they will fill in enough. As you can see, there's quite a bit of fine twig growth here, and that's cut back. That really lends it to bulking up or becoming quite dense and suitable for a hedge. Nonetheless, the Asplenifolia is going to be a very, very large tree. It's going to be upwards of probably 15 to 20 meters here. So really quite large. And the intention of planting these ones here was to actually shear them into a bit of a wall back here to hide this ugly building behind us. But this is a class tree, as most of the beech cultivars and species are. I have yet to see a bad beech. Questions? The only problem you might see on some beeches are aphids, and they're feeding on the sap, and then along with aphids you see this fungal disease called sooty mold, which feeds on the sugar that the aphids spill on top of the leaves. So you get this black, slight discoloration of the leaf. I've never seen it to be a serious problem, so I'm really not concerned with it. The key identification characteristic for beeches as a group is to look at the terminal bud, and you can see the terminal bud is very, very, very sharply pointed, acutely pointed, and it's pronouncedly scaled. So you'll see definite scales on the ends of the on the buds. Very, very distinct. And when you see that sharp point, and it's really quite rigid, it's almost a dead giveaway that that is going to be a beech. Right? So you've got genus and species, and then you've just got to figure out if it is a cultivar. Smooth bark, this is the one that everybody carves their initials into because the bark is so smooth. Okay, we're going to look at another cultivar across